Hi, I'm Justin. This video is brought to you by Noise Development. You ever notice moisture collecting on your garage floor? What's going on there? Is your garage floor leaking from an abyss below? Maybe, if you happen to build your house on top of a portal to another dimension, but more than likely it's just good old-fashioned condensation. Warm air that contains quite a bit of moisture comes into contact with a cold garage floor and releases some of that moisture, voila, condensation. And it's worth noting, if you live in a new home, that your concrete is going to be extra moist for a while as it's curing and releasing some of that moisture. The water's kind of rising to the surface to evaporate. It can often leave some minerals along the way, and you might notice some color variance in the concrete as well. That's all normal part of the process. But what's the key to keeping the garage floor drier? Ventilation. That's going to be the main thing. If you live in a noise development home, you are going to have a vent fan kind of like this that pulls air out of the garage and keeps the airflow moving in the garage. That's going to help tremendously. If you don't have a fan like this, then airflow is still going to be the answer, and a couple of ways that you can do that. If you can either have a fan in the garage, you can create a couple of openings on one side or the other and have a little bit of airflow coming through that way. You can even get a dehumidifier, that can help as well. A couple things worth noting as well: if you're storing things in the garage, make sure that you don't have boxes directly on the garage floor. What can happen with that is you'd be surprised how far water can wick under concrete. So you pull in the car into the garage full of rainwater, that all drips off and soaks into the concrete. It can actually wick sideways over underneath all the boxes and then not have anywhere to evaporate and just kind of stay wet. So if you're storing things in the garage, make sure they're stored up off of the garage surface so some airflow can get underneath there. And those are a few tips that should help to keep your garage drier. Hope that helps. All right, thanks.